Here we have for sale our 2019 on a 19 plate Ford Transit Custom 300. That means this one has got the 3-ton gross vehicle weight. This is the base model. It's got the 2-litre TDCi engine, which is Euro 6, with 105 brake horsepower. And this is the L1H1, so short wheelbase, low roof van. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around and have a look at the spec that you get on a base. There's a couple of little bits and bobs on this particular model over and above a normal base. And we'll also talk you through the condition as well, seeing as this vehicle is currently available for sale. So starting here, as we always do, at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that this one is spec'd with rear barn doors. What I mean by barn doors are two doors which open in that sort of fashion. Looking here then at a couple of bits, as I say, which are not standard on a base. First one being rear parking sensors. So you can see those there nicely integrated into the rear bumper. And this one has also got a tow bar as well, which has got the 13-pin electrics in there as well. In terms of condition here at the rear of the vehicle, I mean, we're having a good look here in the reflections where available. If there's anything that I can see, I will gladly point it out to you. But I must say, these rear doors are looking in very, very good order indeed. If we open up the rear barn doors then, we can then start to have a look at the load space. And when you open up the rear barn doors, you'll see these yellow arms just here. If you pull on those, they click into position there against the door. You can then open the doors right out to their 180-degree position, like so, for maximum accessibility. And you can do exactly the same with both rear doors. You can open those right out there to 180 degrees, and as I say, that gives you then maximum access into the back. You can then see that this van has got full brand new ply lining in the back of it. As I say, we stripped all the previous ply lining out. I believe there was some racking or something in the side of here. So as I say, we stripped all that out. Brand new ply lining in the back of here. You can see our ply liner does a really, really nice job. It's all siliconed in nicely. These nice aluminium strips on the edge as well to finish it off. Really good thickness of ply on the floor as well. But the purpose of ply lining, not only does it look very nice, but of course it protects the van as well. So if you've got cargo in the back of here, it falls against the side. It's not going to cause a big outward dent, which you certainly don't want in there. Looking then in the back as well, you can also see that we've got the factory fitted bulkhead there. Of course, you can remove these if you wanted to as well. They are just bolted in around the outside. And we've also got the load through hatch as well, just there, which I'll talk you through in a little bit more detail when we get round to the side loading door. But all in really nice order in the back of there. A couple of tie down points as well in the back. You can see back here, a couple of tie down points, as I say, to tie any cargo down. If we shut the rear doors, we can then continue around the vehicle, moving down the driver's side here. And again, using those reflections where available, it's all looking really clean and smart. Steel wheels on a base, so no curbing or anything like that needed to worry about. 15-inch steel wheels. And then if we open up the driver's door here, we can then start to have a look at the condition inside. And I must say, bodywork wise, this van is looking really, really smart. Looking inside the cab then, we'll start off here on top of the driver's door. We have electric windows up here. You can see that we have got two keys of the vehicle. You get one full remote and then one non-remote spare key. Looking at the driver's seat, we have got some nice adjustability here. So we've got height adjustability. This is adjustability of the height of the front of the seat, or what they call thigh adjustment, just there. And you've also got a driver's armrest as well, which is on a ratchet, so you can set that to your desired height. Looking at the passenger seats, you have got storage underneath these passenger seats, so you can just pull them up like so. That gives you storage in there. You can do exactly the same with the far seat as well. So say you've got full storage under there, which as I say is always very nice to have some storage out of the line of sight in the cab. Multifunctioning steering wheel on the right hand side here. This is where you can control the onboard computer, which is up in front of you on the dashboard up there. And then on the left hand side, this is where you can answer and hang up the phone for the Bluetooth, and you can also control the volume for the radio as well. Looking at the dashboard there, you can see that there's no warning lights or anything like that on the dashboard. It's all idling correctly. Mileage on here, 50,451 miles. We've got 6-speed manual gearbox and a nice flip down hidden cup holder just under there as well. Radio in the middle, and of course this is where you can connect your phone via Bluetooth. You've also got the ability to connect via a USB port here, and you've got a 12-volt socket just there as well. And then on top of the dashboard, you have another 12-volt socket up there as well. So if you had maybe a phone on a cradle or a sat nav, ideal for charging up there. But the thing that really strikes me in here is just the condition throughout this vehicle. It's looking really, really clean and smart. As I say, considering it's done 50,000 miles, I mean, by no means a huge amount of mileage, but it's really been well looked after by the looks of it. And as I say, it's come up really nice with the valet. Moving then around to the front of the vehicle, and again, having a good look here for any blemishes, anything adverse that I can see. It's looking really nice. A couple of minor stone chips, of course, as to be expected on the bonnet. There is a little sort of hairline mark just here as well on the bonnet, but again, you have got to look for it. Looking then at the front bumper, you've also got front parking sensors on this particular van, which is quite unusual, and as I say, for them to be this van to be spec'd with front and rear parking sensors, that is quite nice. Very small little scuff just there on the plastic of the bumper. I'm sure you can see that there. Front fog lights as well. It's always very nice. It looks like we've got very recent tyres here on the front as well. If we open up the side loading door, then this just gives you another aspect then of the load space in the back, and you can just see how obviously clean and tidy that is with a brand new ply lining, giving you a good look here at the bulkhead. And as I say, we've got this load through hatch on there as well, so you can open that up, clips to the bulkhead via a magnet, and then that allows you to load right the way through then underneath the passenger seats for a longer load length. Perfect if you've got those sort of 3-meter lengths to go in the back. One thing to note as well on this particular model, as I mentioned near the start of the video, it is a 300 model, so it's a 3-ton gross vehicle weight. That gives you a payload of 1,085 kilograms, so a really good payload on this van. Opening up the passenger door, then we can have a look inside the cab here. On facelift Transit Custom, little fact for you, they moved the bonnet release to inside the cab. Previous model, before the facelift, like our Transit Custom over there, the bonnet release is actually in the front grille. Little boring fact for you, but as I say, surprising how handy that is when I'm going to get out with a key and unlock it and things. Anyway, nice storage up here on top of the dashboard, in the dashboard as well, of course, glove box, cup holder on top of here, and as I say, condition is what really shines through on this van. It's looking really smart indeed. Seats, no rips, tears, cigarette burns, anything like that. It's all looking really clean and tidy. And then, as I say, just while we're here on the passenger side, having a good look here, again, down the side of the vehicle, using the reflections that are available, it's all looking very clean and tidy indeed. So just to summarise, this is a Ford Transit Custom 300, which I mentioned is 3-ton gross vehicle weight. Being a 2019 on a 19 plate, this particular model registered the 30th of April 2019. So you've actually got manufacturer's warranty on this van until the 30th of April 2022. Of course, it will be going right through our workshop before it leaves us as well. Brand new ply lining in the back, front and rear parking sensors, tow bar with a 13-pin electrics also. Of course, all the usual base specification, such as driver's armrest, Bluetooth phone prep, USB port, storage under the passenger seats, load through hatch on the bulkhead. So it's still the spec that you really need, but of course a big saving compared to one of the higher spec vehicles such as maybe a Limited. Euro 6, you can take this vehicle into the ultra low emission zone areas such as central London without having to pay the ultra low emission zone charge. If you'd like to inquire on this vehicle, please feel free to give us a call on either of the numbers listed there at the bottom of the sign. We can arrange finance on all of our vehicles starting as low as 7.9% APR, and we can also take cars or vans in part exchange as well. Thank you very much for watching.